Hello everybody, this is Adam with a new chakra video, and before we get into it, I hope everybody had a safe and wonderful 4th of July, and if you're still on your excursions around, please make it home safe and sound and healthy. But let's do a little deep dive on the green chakra, the heart chakra, or in the original Sanskrit name, Anahata. This one is very powerful. This one is one that a lot of people have struggles with, especially with the current culture is very tense. And I think that if most people can see this chakra, appreciate it, and unlock it, I think there will be a lot more synergy with the rest of the world. The location of this chakra is going to be in the middle of the chest. There are some people who believe that it's on your heart directly, but with the general Hindus' chakra juxtaposition, it all follows the spine. So the middle of the chest is the location of the heart chakra. The color of this chakra is green. There are some cultures and higher energy frequencies generally makes this one also pink, but personally, I do not see that. I love the green, and one of the healing stones I found to be more profound with this, but we'll get into that here in a second. The symbol are two intersecting triangles forming a 6-pointed star in a circle with 12 petals around it. It's that lotus, mentality. And the element is air. It gives you breathe life, your heart starts beating, and you have a bitter sense of calm when, even when I'm talking about this chakra, I can feel that air really start to be, it's not labored, it's more profound. The heart chakra's healing stones, there are some that I agree with and some that I generally have a problem with. But that's just because I don't generally see the pink in this one. Rose quartz and clear quartz are two stones that are more on that higher frequency. When you're thinking of rose quartz, it's the seemingly universal rose quartz. It's the stone of heart. And that's kind of why this one is associated with it. It's used to calm your emotions. It's there to dispel negativity and promote the peace. I can see where it's coming from, but also, like I said, my association personally with this chakra is green. So jade is more of my promotion to it. Jade is for the balance of the chakra. Jade promotes the emotional and physical healing of the heart's ills, and that is why I have jade. I have a couple of pieces of jade in my house. There are, the green celestite, which is to balance and stimulate the chakra, And there are a couple of other ones, but honestly, the rose quartz and the jade are the two most profound and the two that are most associated with this particular chakra. I like the green personally, but I'm a huge fan of green. And also, I feel like the pink with the majority of this seems incredibly unnecessary, and it doesn't go well with the rest of the color synergy with the other chakras. The psychological meanings of this chakra are more, like I said, based on what loving oneself and the love of others. So you also have relationships, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, acceptance, transformation, change, the ability to grieve and reach the peace that you do, compassionate awareness, and also insight. Your synergy is right here. You feel deeply connected when this is opened. When there's harmony in the world, or at least there's harmony in your energy, and you can feel it around you that there's synergy and the energy is so much better once you feel this chakra open. So with that, let's go through what happens if this chakra in your life is closed. And then we'll talk about more in depth about how it plays into your life, because both of them are very important. So if your heart chakra is imbalanced, here's what's going on with the physical and then the signs of the imbalance. Respiratory ailments such as lung infection, bronchitis, all of that. Any heart-related issues for the most part that aren't, outside source related, like smoking, is caused because of this chakra. But the signs of imbalance for the chakra as a whole into your personal emotions and the people who are around you is very profound. And I think this is a lot of what people are finding when they come into contact with depression. And the other chakras have to be open, because then you are powerful enough to face these problems. And this is the one that I struggled with the most when coming to a understanding about what it is, or about my personal issues. Being overly defensive. If you are right there, if you are jumping down people's throats when they are trying to assist you, that defensive mechanism, that wall that you build around yourself, is because of the chakra imbalance. Feeling closed down when you just want to be to yourself. Jealousy or a fear of, if you don't feel like you're good enough to others. That's what this is. If you are jealous with a spouse being friendly with another person of the opposite sex. With relationships especially, I highly promote that you should allow and talk to other people of that sex. It builds trust with your partner as long as you keep it with that. If you're monogamous or not, there has to be an understanding there that you can't avoid the opposite sex. It's just, it can't happen. Relying on others' approval and attention, trying to please others at all cost. That one, I don't really have to explain too much in depth about that. Always putting oneself into the role of a survivor or a rescuer. If you feel obligated to help this person because it'll give you attention, that's what it is. Or falling into victimization, which is a big one right now. Your heart chakra is not open if you are just like, I'm offended, I'm a victim, I'm me. If it's all about you. No. What about others? What about others, where it is? Extensive isolation, being reclusive or antisocial. I've had this problem, periodically. There was a time, even 5 months ago, where I felt a little more isolated. And I realized that my heart was waning. And I finally discovered to opening up the chakra, and it really assisted me on getting out of that rut. Sometimes you gotta force yourself to be social as well. Holding grudges or not being able to forgive others for their discretions. That's another huge one, because you are allowing that kind of negative energy into your heart. It's not good. So when this thing is opened, let's talk about what you feel on the inside when this chakra is open, when that energy of love and compassion and acceptance is radiating out of you. Because people say, oh, I'm accepting, but you may or may not be actually accepting, because you're still denying people even when you quote unquote accept people. You're not accepting anybody. You can't accept just a particular person. You have to accept everyone. The capacity to love. If you love everybody, if you love people, I love my friends, I love my family, I love my surroundings, I love. Bridging between earthly and spiritual aspirations. If you are very involved in this process, if you feel like an awakening, a connection to really discovering everything that's this association, that's this chakra's association. Transcending personal identity and limitations of the ego. If you are accepting of oneself and knowing sometimes that your ego may conflict with your judgment, it's a big thing about that. Experiencing the experience of unconditional love and connections with all. Once again, love your friends, love your family, love your pets, love a stranger, be kind to others. You will see that when this is unlocked and you exude this kind of love and giving and receiving of this love, you are so profoundly better, and your entire world will shape, because accepting people into your life that you may have not even thought of could change your life forever. It's that profound. Appreciation of beauty in all things, no matter what it is, there's something there. And experiencing deep and meaningful relationships. If you're married, you still go on dates with your loved one, you give them flowers, you give them attention, especially when they're down. It's, you just have this inkling. You have this profound inkling of helping people that you really care about, people that you may not even know. Like I said, opening up your heart. Now, there are two things. One of them is the imbalance, and one of them is when it's unlocked. The imbalance portion of it actually goes 1 and 2 together. You help people to give yourself the attention, to give yourself the acceptance of that attention. Your actions are good, but its reasoning is flawed. With the chakra opening, when your heart chakra is open, you help people and situations and all of this because you want to. You don't care if people will receive it good or bad. You feel good about yourself. It's so incredibly important. You go to a soup kitchen and help the homeless because you want to. You help a friend who just got over a bad relationship, not because you feel obligated, because you want to. And it's okay to say no if a friend is reaching out, but you just can't because it'll affect you because of some arbitrary thing, no matter what it is. If you're not comfortable with it, it's okay to say no because that person is dependent on you. Sometimes that's not a healthy relationship. I'm sorry, but when you open up these chakras, you have to come face to face with a lot of these realizations, And here are some ideas to balance out this chakra. And then we'll do some affirmations, and then we'll be done with the video. Cool. Work with the breath to balance your energy. Observe it. Really find the actual action of breathing. You need to know the connection of it. My breathing is very profound because when I talk about this chakra, I can feel it. I can feel the activation because sometimes even talking about your chakras, opening up to them, is a way to unlock them. Cultivate your appreciation for beauty, wherever it is, in nature, people, or the arts. So if you have an appreciation for people, go to a bar and strike up a conversation with a stranger. It doesn't have to be of anything negative. It could be positive. Hi, how was your day? Wow, I really like that shirt, or whatever. It's about that connection. It's about that accepting of people because you just don't know who that could be. That could be a person who would change your life forever. It could be somebody who gets you a job that you may be looking for, or, your future spouse. You just don't know. But it's about opening up your emotions. Don't be vulnerable, but open up. Once again, it's about that connection in nature. Really absorb that kind of love and spirit that Mother Earth provides for you. Or just go and see something cool. Go to a concert. No matter what genre of music it is, you experience this freedom, this openness, this acceptedness. It doesn't matter. Have fun, practice self-care and love your body. Take a nice bath, or do essential oils, or meditate, or hike, or get a massage or something. I don't know. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel good on the outside. Go work out and take a nice picture and post it on social media if that's what you feel like doing, because that makes you happy. Nobody asks you to do it, and don't go into that mindset saying that, oh, I need these people's acceptance, because you don't. You don't have to. I go to the gym a lot. I don't take pictures of my body all the time and post them on social media because I necessarily don't have the inkling to do so. I don't care about what other people think about me, good or bad. All I care is that I open up to that person, and how they receive it is totally not up to me. Cultivate self-compression and acceptance. Accept who you are, especially regarding your emotions and your body. If you're not going to have a six-pack, don't force it, take care of yourself, but don't go crazy. Eat what you feel like is good for you, eat healthily, feel good about yourself. Once again, engage in activities that feed your heart, no matter what it is. Obviously, don't hurt others or hang out with the wrong crowd that their chakra is maybe totally out of whack, but do something fun for yourself. I live in Las Vegas. If I want to go and gamble because that makes me happy, because, it's just an escape from the world, I'm going to do that. Not for anybody else, but for me. Focus on receiving if you are naturally inclined to being a giver. So if somebody wants to give you something, don't hesitate to receive it, because it's not selfish. There's nothing wrong with it, because you're a giver. You give people all the time. And if somebody wants to help you back, accept that giving. They're trying to assist you when you need help, when you're down and out. And express your gratitude. Even if it's in silence, you can be grateful for the presence of other people in your life, or simply good things that make your life easier or happier. That's incredibly profound. Sometimes giving this kind of love and really feeling that kind of energy, like I have a roof over my head. I have friends that I care about. I have a pet who loves and adores me. I have a spouse who loves and adores me. I have children who are just awesome. Don't look at the outside things, given the circumstances right now with the pandemic and the riots and the looting and all of the tension going on. Love what you see. People see all this negative stuff, and it's hurting you. There are great things still in this world. There are great things still in the United States. My God. I have wonderful days, not because my life is, grandiose and amazing and I make all this money. That's not the point. The point is I get out of bed and I can stand on my own 2 feet. I'm healthy. I can go out and still be able to afford things that might make me happy. And that's gratitude. Be grateful for that, So that just might help you. So let's go into affirmations. But before we do, I want to thank you for listening to my ramblings about this. The heart chakra is one that I really have a true passion for. Being in May, my birthstone is emerald. I have a deep connection with green. I have a deep connection with that energy. So it was one that I knew I was going to be ranting and raving a little bit here. But if you did enjoy it, subscribe to the channel. Check out all the links below. I'll even put the stones links down there. So if you want to purchase your own, you're more than welcome to. And any kind of assistance on that would help the channel. And follow my social medias for updates on videos and all that cool stuff. Without further ado, I want you to sit on the ground, get into a meditative state, clear your mind, and listen to the affirmations for healing your heart chakra. I am worthy of love. I am loving to others and to myself. There is an infinite supply of love. I have in balance. I live in balance with others. I forgive myself. I forgive others. Love is my guiding truth in life. And I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I live in balance, in a state of gratefulness and gratitude. I accept things as they are. I am peaceful. I choose to be united with all things, visible and invisible, in the realm of love and light. Thank you.